Folks, welcome to Van Camp 402. My name's Dave. We are on another awesome adventure today. Hopefully this all works out. I'm a retired Omaha firefighter. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to, we've sent crews out, and not only Omaha Fire, but Lincoln Fire, and then also the surrounding Douglas County, Nebraska volunteer departments have been sending crews out to those wildfires in western Nebraska. And I know when this video drops, hopefully that's all done and all those guys are home. But right now there's guys out there literally busting their butts to help the citizens of Nebraska, and just wanted to give them a huge shout out and a salute. Thank you for your, everything you guys and gals are doing out there. That's wildland firefighting is hard work. I was predominantly a structure firefighter. My main job was ventilation. I drove a ladder truck, and we'd pull up and I'd have to get on the roof and cut a hole. These guys and gals are out there being troops on the ground, actually, shovels in hand and walking around fields and hills. So thank you guys and gals for all you're doing out there. We are at, let me tell you, we are at Watson Access. If you know Missouri at all, we're just literally over the state line from Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, all kind of meet right here. And that is an interesting little tidbit where I'm at. If you look on Google Maps or something, Nebraska actually, like it kind of does with Iowa coming over with Carter Lake, Nebraska actually kind of jets into, and I think it's Missouri here, and then it's only about, it's not even half a mile is where the state line is. And what's weird is Nebraska's to my north and I'm in Missouri. And I think this is the only place that happens, which is kind of interesting because Iowa borders Missouri along the top, but Nebraska has this little, and it was an oxbow lake, evidently, that kicks in. And we're, like I said, a half mile south of Nebraska, but we're in Missouri. So it's just kind of a weird little tidbit. For now, it seems really quiet. I have talked to a couple locals at the convenience store. We stopped and got some fuel, and they're like, oh man, I've never not seen someone camping out there. I'm like, well, I'm hoping the day that I'm here that it's quiet. And for now, and we're here a little bit earlier than I normally am. What is it about? Oh, it's almost 1. But obviously there's nobody here right now, and I'm hoping our day of the week, we don't have any guests. That's my goal for this camp, is not to talk to anybody out here or see anybody. That would be the best. We do have a fire. I called and talked to Atchison County to make sure they weren't in a burn ban. I definitely didn't want to cause any issues. So we're gonna have a fire tonight, which is just awesome. And actually not even tonight. I'm gonna get that thing going soon. As you can tell, I got stocking cap on, sweatshirt, a little chilly. We do have a really nice spot here with a tree break, and there's no wind right here. If you walk about 15 feet that way, the wind's blowing pretty good out here. So just keeps us a little bit warmer being out of the wind. And we're gonna have a good fire and a good dinner and just hang out and camp today. I'm gonna hold a chair down today is my goal. Welcome to our adventure. Hopefully this is a good and exciting camp. We are right where the and right behind me is the Nishnabotna River, and I'll show you folks all that. But I think it's a mile down. It joins the Missouri right here. It's just kind of a cool little spot I found. So we're gonna give this a camp, and it's free. We'll take that. All right, I've got a couple things to unload yet. I gotta get the firewood. We are gonna run the Wave 3 Olympian heater, and might need it sooner rather than later. I did bring the big 20-pound propane, so we're gonna get the Wave 3 all set up, make sure the van's nice and toasty, and enjoy this camp. Thanks for coming along. Rob, Firefighter Rob from Des Moines, shout out to you. I'm still using the Harbor Freight bags. Had a couple extra scraps of firewood. I usually keep a couple of these in my van. They're super cheap at Harbor Freight, and man, they work really well if you have some loose firewood, just keeping it all together. So Firefighter Rob, thank you so much for this. I've been using it, we camped about a year ago. I've been using them that long, so appreciate it. Well, like I said, folks, I did bring the Olympian Wave 3, and we're going to use this in the van today, just to kind of keep the, sorry, you guys can't hardly see me, just to try and kind of keep the chill out of the air. Right now it's 44 degrees, and as you can tell, it's cloudy. It's supposed to be cloudy all afternoon, even with a slight chance of rain. And then the low tonight, I think, was 31. So it's going to be a little chilly. So I'm really glad to have the Wave 3. We'll definitely report on this today on how well it works. These types of conditions, this thing is the bomb. It doesn't, like with a buddy heater, it doesn't put out that high intense heat, but when it's only like 30 or something, this thing just does so well in the van. So I'm gonna get this set up here in a minute and just keep the van where it's at for temperature. Like I said, I have a full propane, so this thing will burn, I think, 2 to 3 days on low. And we're just gonna be here a day, so we should have plenty of propane and keep the van nice and toasty warm. Glad to have it. I also did bring my generator if I need to charge my Blue Eddy this afternoon. All it's running right now is the fridge, and I think it's charging a camera battery. Should run pretty much for the night, so I'm not super worried about it, but I did bring the generator just in case. We don't have power, we don't have anything out here, so. That's it. We're gonna get settled into camp. I'll probably check back after a little bit after everything's all set up. I'm gonna eat a salad real quick that I picked up, and then we'll get started on our adventure today. I'll see you after that. Well, I got Navy in. I gave her a little treat. She got, this had shredded cheese all over the top of it. Can't have that. Here's our salad today. Man, look at this thing. I put a can of tuna on top, and then I realized the bowl that they delivered it in was going to be too small after I put the tuna and the dressing in there. So there's some good stuff in here. There's tomatoes, cucumbers, and even, I think, let's see if we can find that guy. Oh, there it is. Even half of an egg. Seems like a really good lunch for today. Dinner's going to be kind of heavy. We're doing something with mashed potatoes again. They just taste so good in camp. It's one of my favorite things to eat in camp is mashed potatoes. And it's supposed to be a little bit chilly tonight. Like I said, man, those mashed potatoes just hit the spot. We're eating lunch a little bit lighter, and we'll have a good hearty dinner. Wave 3 feels fantastic in here. I knew that would be, it's just nice to like take that edge off, be able to step inside to a nice warm enclosed area out of the wind. She's laying down now. It just feels really good right there. It's saying 70 degrees right now in here. I'm gonna let it stay on high just for a little bit longer. Some of the things I've read has said to keep your Wave 3 like on high for about 10 minutes before you turn it down to low, and you'll get better combustion. So we're gonna go with that. I've got it on high for now. Temperature's climbing in here. It feels really good. This is our day in camp. Cheers to lunch, and after this, I'll see you folks around the fire. Kind of excited to get that thing going this early, and we're just gonna do an all-day fire out here. I do see some other firewood available that some folks have left. We're gonna take advantage of that, of course. I don't know for you folks, for me, firewood is like currency out in camp. That's good hard cash right there. I always consider I'm just paying for some time, paying for some enjoyment, and a bundle of firewood, I'll take it. So, all right, I'll see you after lunch. Yeah. Hey, we got to introduce you right here. Look right here. Look right there. There it is, right there. Folks, I forgot to introduce the star of the show. I do have Navy along with me today. We've been noticing Sookie this morning. She did not want to get out of the house. She had laid down and just didn't want to get up. She'll be 10, I believe, next month, and we'll definitely celebrate that. We'll probably even do a little birthday cake for her. But she's just slowing down a little bit. She did not want to come today on our camping adventure. So I have Navy with, and as you can tell, a bunch of starlings or blackbirds, something along those lines, that are keeping us company. But we got Navy along, and right now all we're gonna do, I'm gonna walk out into this field and onto that levee over here. I've got my camera, and we'll take you folks along, and we're gonna go take some pictures and just look around a little bit before we start the fire. In a great spot. I hope nobody I don't mean to be rude, but I really hope nobody shows up. This would be perfect. What do you think? Huh? I think she's having a good time. folks correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's wild strawberries just out here on this levee, which is kind of cool. I'm sure they get choked out once the prairie grass starts coming up. If you can see Navy in the background, she's just having a blast out here. So much fun. We're walking up. It looks like there's an old abandoned shed or a pump house or something up here. We're gonna get up to that and then head back to the van and start our fire. But that's the goal for right now, is that little shed. Let's go check it out. I was like, I'm getting a little far away from the van. I'm like, who cares? This is all I got to do today. Let's go check some things out. Well, just after I got done cutting that last segment, we walked another 20 feet. I don't want to go any further. And I'll be honest, folks, I don't know exactly how the wildlife management area land works out here. And I might be on private property. I apologize if I have walked onto that. But I see a trail camera, and then obviously that's a blind. I thought it was an old cabin or a pump house, like I said. But what's cool is this trail camera is hooked up with a little solar charging station. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. That's genius. Keep that thing charged. I don't want to go any further. I probably have already been captured by his trail cam. And sir, I apologize 100%. We're going to work our way back. I did see a spot where we can hop out to the river real quick. And we're going to stop and look at the Nishnabotna and work our way back to the van. But don't want to trespass. We're trying to keep this all positive and on the level. What are our two rules? Number one, no cops. And number two, no hospitals. That's all we got to do. So I don't want a cop coming out, anything like that. And I don't want to trespass. So we're going to turn around real quick. It is nice, as you can tell right now, when that sun comes out, man, the temperature goes up like 10 degrees, like that. And then as soon as another cloud kind of drifts by, then it settles back down again. But out of the wind, in the sun, man, it feels just absolutely perfect out today. It's a beautiful spring day to camp. We're not dealing with the bugs yet either. So we'll take all of it. All right, we're gonna work our way back to the van and start a fire. Like I said, we are gonna stop at the Nishnabotna. Let's go check that out real quick. Oh, you know. Well, scored another little piece of firewood. That's a good piece. All right, we're back. I think it's getting close to fire time. We're gonna walk over and look at the Nishnabotna real quick.
Some days are good, some years are not. Knuckles on wood, nerves up in knots. Karma keeps me cautious, and bourbon keeps me brave. Just a little too honest to believe that I am saved. But I am still new at getting old. Pay these dues 'cause I am still new at getting old. I pay these dues and wear down these bones. Breaking is easy and hope is hard. 'Cause some days are good and some years aren't.
Folks, I apologize. I forgot to film me pouring the hamburger into the gravy. That's literally all I did. We have some Stinkleberry Farmer 14 spice on the gravy and some pepper. And I'm just waiting for the potatoes to boil. I'm just getting the gravy and the hamburger all to gel together right now. And then all we need are potatoes. We're good to go. I really need to get a potato masher in the van. I always end up just using a fork. It usually works pretty well, but I do enjoy some mashed potatoes in camp. Especially on these cold spring nights, this is gonna be perfect tonight. Behind me, we haven't had, hold on just a second. We haven't had the greatest sunset. It's not bad. Man, it's really, really muted. And then right up above us, we have a crescent moon. So I'm hoping the clouds clear out just a little bit and we can do some astrophotography tonight. And I'm hoping with some like really slow exposures with the river and some stars. That's what we're gonna go after. First things first, gonna get these potatoes to boil. I think our gravy is about ready and we'll be ready for dinner. I'm excited for this. Dinner is ready. You want to talk about a nice, peaceful, quiet evening in camp. We needed this one. These mashed potatoes turned out awesome. Definitely gonna have some leftovers. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Look at the steam coming off. All right, that's turned off. All right, let's turn our gravy off. Good to go. Holy moly. Maybe I just start doing this. Usually I do the Angus burgers or a prime rib burger from Walmart in their pre-made patties. But man, folks, just browning a little hamburger and some mashed potatoes, and look at that in camp. Can you see that? Let me turn this off. Is that too bright? Holy moly. Look at that dinner. Oh, absolutely perfect. How warm and delicious will that feel tonight? Awesome. Holy cow. Navy's on to something. I've got some coyotes or something moving around out here, and she is definitely onto that. And it's only 7:30, 7:40, something like that. We'll see what happens as the night goes on. We're going to keep this fire going. All right. Dinner looks great. Look at this. Look at the steam. Look at that. Look at the presentation. Dinner, absolutely incredible. We have some great weather. Really enjoying camp. Really appreciating the quiet and love having Navy here. Good place to be. I'm gonna have a little leftovers. Put the rest of this in some Tupperware, and that'll be good tomorrow. All right, we'll see you around the fire. Good morning, folks. Had to grab a clean sweatshirt. That van camp sweatshirt I wore yesterday just reeked of campfire, which, man, what a great smell. We haven't had that in a long time. Oh, it was so nice being able to have a fire last night. I gotta show you folks this coffee. So this is called 1850. A lot like the black silk, and it's a Folgers product. I think it's just like maybe one step bolder and one step stronger than black silk. I do highly enjoy it. It's really good. My favorite still is black silk. This would be my second favorite. I think it's really, really good. We're gonna fire this up in camp here. I am ready for a cup of coffee. We do have a couple of guys out here fishing, so just gotta watch with Navy here. I don't want her to bug them. And they've been out here a little bit this morning. I haven't been out and said hi yet or anything, but yeah, we're just getting the morning started. Couldn't have been quieter last night. Slept great. Slept really well. Navy curled up here with me, and we both just crashed out. Shoot, I think it was 10 p.m., 10:15, something like that, and we were in bed last night, which was perfect. Weren't we? Huh? She does so good in camp. I mean, just so chill. All this going on, and she's just happy to hang out. We need to get you outside, girl. Yeah, we're talking about you. Did you know we're talking about you? Huh? What a great camping companion. My goodness. Doesn't eat much. Doesn't complain. Doesn't take up a ton of room. Always looks at you and smiles. All right, I'll shut up. All right, we're going to get some teeth brushed and some coffee going. Ready for some 1850. Bold and strong. Folks, absolutely perfect camp. 100% would stay here again. There's a couple wildlife management areas right along the Missouri River right here. Like I said, we're right at the Nishnabotna. Oh, somebody's coming to say hi. We're right where the Nishnabotna, around that bend, it joins the Missouri. But a little further south down here, there's 3 or 4 of these. Hoot Owl Bend was one. I had a great camp there that night. This Watson Access, this has just been a great camp. So enjoyable, quiet, all alone. My goal was to not see any people. I did have one person drive through last night. It was like 10 o'clock. All they did, they saw me, turned and drove out, didn't even talk to them. And then, like I said, I think we have 2 people either fishing or mushroom hunting. I think maybe a combination of both. So that's it. That's all I've ran into. No issues with the dog, anything. It's just been, it's been what I needed, and I appreciate that. So huge shout out to my wife letting me run around on these adventures. We had my meal all planned at home yesterday. She's really good at meal planning. And man, that dinner last night was incredible. Hamburger gravy on mashed potatoes. What a great meal. And it was like, you know, like I said, it was 40 degrees last night. Man, it was warm and filling. Tasted great. Right now, I got to get stuff packed up and get rolling. I just got a text. I got to get into town and do a little work today. So we're going to hurry up and get rolling here. All I really have to do, I got to get the firewood in the van, get a couple little things secured, and we'll be rolling. Folks, thanks for coming along. I salute each and every one of you. Watson Access, check this out. It's a good one. And we'll see you next week. Please stay safe this week. Watch your burn bans, any of those types of things, and we'll see you on our next adventure.